That's a great day. This time of year, many think about spooky ghost stories, but in many cultures, it's about honoring life and remembering the loved ones who passed. For example, in Japan, the Obon Festival welcomes ancestral spirits home. In Guatemala, families fly giant kites to communicate with the departed. In Mexico, it's Dia de Muertos, a colorful celebration of family and memory. Here in Houston, MECA, Multicultural Education and Counseling through the Arts, has been keeping this tradition alive for nearly 50 years, way before it became popular among the masses. Luis Gavito, MECA's cultural ambassador and curator of the Dia de Muertos ofrendas exhibition, joins us with details on the celebration happening this weekend. Hello there.
Hello, good morning.
All right, you and I were talking before the show about the whole idea of Hispanic and how many people get that confused. It's not a race, it's almost a collection of races. You are Hispanic, but I could be Hispanic as well, right?
Correct. It's an ethnicity. We all have mixed blood. You know, I have a lot of Spanish blood, but I also have indigenous blood.
Yeah, so the Spanish would be European, and then indigenous here in the Americas. Born and raised in Brownsville, which we know the Hispanic tradition is still much more intact in those South Texas towns.
Oh yes, yes, the Mexican influence is great there. And it's mainly the Mexican-American influence. Now we've been getting a lot of migrants from Central America and South America, but when I grew up it was mostly Mexican-Americans.
Yeah, so Dia de Muertos is something that you celebrated always, or did it still have to catch on there as well?
We did. My family, we would go to the cemetery. We did it at the cemetery. We would bring food, and we would spend the day with our loved ones, that were buried at the cemetery.
Yeah, you did your postgraduate work in theological studies, and so this is obviously right in your wheelhouse. And your connection to MECA, you worked for HISD. What moved you over into MECA?
Well, I was with HISD for 35 years, in education for 45 years. I'm retired now. So, but I went to a festival, and I saw the ofrendas, and I remember that my mother always had ofrendas year-round, and therefore I was attracted to that. I'm a closeted folk artist, so the arts themselves attracted me to MECA.
Yeah, and explain to people what MECA does.
MECA provides art education. It also provides cultural events and programming, and it provides services for social services for underserved youth and their families.
Yeah, nationally recognized for developing talented student artists as well. Okay, let's talk basically about Dia de Muertos. We mentioned a couple of times that it's about honoring those who have passed. It's interesting because it's just a different take. Of course, people are sad when they lose a loved one, but this is a way of, instead of mourning their death, celebrating their life.
Correct. I think that within my people, our culture is rooted in celebrating life and family. And Dia de Muertos is about celebrating life and family.
Okay, the ofrenda. This is an example of what you have right here. Some
Correct.
people put them up, around this time of year. Others leave them up all year round. You leave one up all year round.
Yes.
Take us through kind of some of the symbols here.
Okay, we use the three-level inspired by Oaxaca. And on the top level, you have the celestial. So we have the icon of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It's influenced both by the Mexica, the Aztec, and the Spanish colonial Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So you'll see both elements in the ofrenda. The second level is where you put your loved ones, and the last level is where you put the offerings for your loved ones.
This is so cool. I remember when I was traveling through Mexico, and I was in Oaxaca, where they paint like a lot of those famous little animals, right?
Alebrijes.
Yes, but they also had these other, and we didn't understand at the time. We'd see like a bride and a groom, and they were skeletons, right? Or we saw like a dog that was a skeleton. We're like, what's going on here? And we stopped and asked them, and they explained it to us. Was the first time that I found out about Dia de Muertos. So just a beautiful way of kind of helping your heart heal if you've lost a loved one, for sure. All right. You have the MECA Dia de Muertos Festival.
Yes, this coming weekend, the 1st and 2nd, it's a free festival. There's a lot of music, entertainment, a lot of traditional food, and of course we have 40 plus ofrendas in the building itself, so people can come and see these works of the heart.
Yeah, works of the heart that are truly art as well. When you're putting it together, what does it do for your heart to actually put an ofrenda together?
Well, the picture in this ofrenda, and now I'm going to get emotional, the picture in this ofrenda are my parents. Today's my father's birthday.
Wow.
Feliz cumpleaños, papi.
Yeah. Aw.
And the second is my mother's birthday. So for me, it has a very, very special meaning.
Yeah.
And it's a healing process. It helps with the grieving process, I believe. Also, between the generations, it opens a dialogue that we can talk about our ancestors. So it's a safe space to grieve. It's a safe space to talk about our loved ones.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in today, and thanks for sharing
thank you
what
for
MECA is
having us.
about. That's so awesome. MECA's Dia de Muertos Festival happens this Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and it's free for everyone to attend. To learn more about MECA and this weekend's festivities and just what they do in general, visit greatdayhouston.com.